Dude, one day, I'm gonna hike the Appalachian Trail with my daughter and my wife.
Welcome to Utah, friends and family. Stan's Burger Shack.
There's a lot of little towns like that because it's really outside of Portland, Eugene.
Oh wait, sandwiches.
Oh yeah, they're right in the back, dude.
Jake, are your water bags full?
Yeah. I got a 3-liter and a 2-liter. Does that platypus work with this wire?
This one I have is my backup.
It's all water sealed, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys want any of this?
What?
I already have a whole block of Gouda.
Do you think I need a whole block of cheese?
How much cheese have you eaten today?
I'm bringing a whole block of cheese because I'm too lazy to separate it.
Fair enough.
Our fearless leader. Woo! The sandwich god himself. Oh yeah. Maybe I'm the fearless leader. He's the fearless navigator. Yeah. Going to the maze. Canyonlands maze. The maze.
All they're gonna hear is he did.
Welcome back, friends and family, to the Way Outdoors. Today is Sunday, April 13th, 2025. We are at the turnoff headed towards Canyonlands Maze District. Just met up with Jake in Hanksville after he drove out from Vegas, and we are headed to the maze. Today we're going to car camp near the Hands Flat Ranger Station, grab our permit tomorrow morning, and head down the Flint Switchbacks to the Maze Overlook. I'll talk more about the route. It's a long drive. We got gas cans, we got water, got everything ready to go.
Beer.
Lots of beer. This is the first trip of 2025 and first trip with Jake in 5 years, I think. 5 years. You remember Jake from plenty of older videos, Coyote Gulch, Halls Creek, Death Hollow, Glacier, tons of stuff. Dom and I recently been doing a lot of trips. Last year we did all 3 of those 14ers and then that Grand Gulch trip to finish up season last year. So we got about 45-minute drive down the road to find a place to car camp. So we headed down from the north here. We did pass this turnoff and we headed to Hanksville that way to meet up with Jake. And here's the official Canyonlands Maze sign. It's a long road. So this time around, Dom is the navigator. So we got gas cans, ice chest, water. We actually had a 4th member of the trip who was unfortunately unable to come, so Jake's gonna be sitting here, and I don't know how we would have fit. I mean, now look with Jake in there,
yeah,
we're pretty full.
I didn't even bring.
I mean, I'm luckily I'm a like a compact model human.
And it is a soft top, so we couldn't put anything on top, but got the supplies, big ass tires, and we're ready to roll. Let's go find camp.
Annoying, but that was like whatever. That was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it's so hard to get anywhere when
Is it still there than like the regular like it should? You know, absolutely like.
All right, well, we have made it all the way down basically to the Hands Flat Ranger Station. We're within a mile, and there's a nice little road right before the ranger station, and found the first little camping site. Sunset view. Got the Jeep here. Sun's going down actually right about now. Got a firing. This guy filming. Look at this guy filming.
you and Jake are ready.
Do that.
Dude, people
It's
that
so
film
obnoxious.
are
What's he doing?
losers.
I will have a beer with you guys because I would love to have a beer with you guys.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
not all big beers. We have a head full of Dynamite Hazy and a 12 ounce.
Your problem is fine.
And I always joke that my little dog Ellie always like, we'll talk to her. And I'm like,
face at all.
yeah, and she's like, what?
In Junction, yeah.
Yeah. We got a new tent for this fish.
No, you didn't. You have got your money's worth out of that shit Kelty
Oh, I
tent,
did.
though.
that. You want to cheers of beers?
Yeah.
Jake's gonna set up right there, little tree cover. Dom right here, he's got his set up.
Cracked this.
My tent's right there. So
Oh, it counts.
we're doing
The show camaraderie. It's more
a cheers video, and
It's not actually the body of Christ.
Dom cheersed already.
I already cheers.
He already cheers, but it's okay. So cheers, guys.
Crack a cold one.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
To everybody.
To literally everybody.
That is delicious. What is this? Head full of dynamite? I've had
Yeah.
that before.
That's one of my best.
Jake's got Fremont head full of dynamite.
My favorite.
Now in 12-ounce cans. I got the Symphonic Chronic Double Dank IPA 9% from Deschutes. And Dom has the little sip.
Explode your taste buds.
Your taste buds will explode.
That was my promo for the head full of dynamite. Honestly, I don't know if I could read
How would you say it?
That was like an in the moment kind of character. They really went all out
Symphonic
with it.
Chronic Double Dank IPA.
That one will trend good on Untapped. People will remember that.
Drinking beers.
This looks like the Lion King. It looks like we're on a savannah. This is probably going to be the last video for the day because it is getting dark. We are just outside of the Hands Flat Ranger Station area, camped, set up, enjoying a beer. Gonna have a fire here and call it a night.
I love how shadows are talking to us right now. Just a black silhouette. You can see that.
He's speaking to us from the beyond. Signing off. Michael Johnson, Johann Stanley.
I'm Walter Cronkite.
This is Captain's Log.
I brought a knife.
I did too. A little
I got a
Swiss
knife,
Army
too.
knife that's just big enough to cut a summer sausage and some cheese.
Or your arm off if you're Aaron Ralston.
No, this one would not be capable of arm cutting, dude.
Dude, I don't know if I got that in me, to be honest.
The John Muir one? Yeah, it's the Sierras. I put it out.
When did you put it out?
About a month ago.
It was really good, Jake. It was his. I thought it was his best video.
Yeah.
Good to be out here with you, boys.
Yeah. Pretend like we're friends. Just pretend like we're having a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad we made this work.
All right, we are going to crack the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout. You ready, Jake? Dom?
We're ready, dog. The full moon's out. Oh!
Let's go. Bourbon County, fire, full moon.
I don't know how excited I am.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the trip. Today will be the first day backpacking. We are getting a fire going. Got some breakfast burritos, so we're gonna throw those burritos down on the fire and get a nice breakfast. I got some coffee going. Jet boil's working. Here's our spot. You got my tent right here. Dom had this spot here, and Jake right there. It's about 7:30. Station's open at 8. Gonna enjoy some burritos and some coffee. Had a good night's sleep last night. Probably not the longest. I'd guess probably 5.5 hours of sleep maybe. I love it when they think I'm talking to them, but I'm talking to you guys instead.
We don't love it.
No. I just want to be friends with them.
How's that possible?
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. That's on me. Like, that's
Yeah.
all there is to it.
Talking about World of Warcraft.
This is the first time tanking. I'm playing a
Nerds.
tank, which is not necessarily like the best tank ever.
Cheers.
There's a lot going
First
on,
cup of
dude.
coffee
I'm sorry.
in the
that I
backcountry
fucked up
of the
one time.
2025 season,
No, and most
right outside of Canyonlands Maze.
Extra.
couldn't even fucking tank if you
I did like playing Warrior. It feels like more decision making, whereas like Druid, it's just like
yeah,
fucking
Warrior.
like switching in between.
So Dom and his wife, they made burritos for us. Not only burritos, but they made homemade tortillas as well.
We got jalapenos, we got thick cut bacon, we got golden potatoes, and we got eggs from my parents' chickens.
So we're loading up. It's just after 9. Ranger Station's just 5 minutes down the road. Let's get down there, get our permits. Hopefully that's quick. And the drive to the Overlook is exciting, but easy. Again, I have done this trip once. Don't think I mentioned that yet. But one of my oldest videos was Canyonlands Maze with Jamie and his 2 buddies, George and Jack. That was back in 2017. It was also in May. This time around it is April, so hopefully water sources will be plentiful. It won't be as hot, and should be sweet. So yeah, we got to go down these this switchback right off the bat. We'll get our permit, and then a few miles down the road we go down. It's about 3 to 4 hairpin turns, but definitely 4-wheel drive low going down that. It is a one-way road, so basically anybody going down, once you get to the start of the switchbacks, you got to look down below. If someone's coming up, you got to wait till they get up, and then we can kind of make our route. Should be pretty sweet. So we'll get down the switchbacks, and it should take anywhere from probably hour 15 to 2 hours for the remainder of the route to the Maze Overlook. We'll load up packs and we'll get started. Today, first day, shouldn't be too long. I think we're actually only going to be hiking in like 5 to 7 miles, which is nice because we won't be to the trail and hiking until around noon. Just about ready, packing it up. We'll be hitting the road. Heading out. Should be to the ranger station in literally a minute. Hans or Hans?
Hans Zimmerman.
Hans Zimmer flat.
The Hans Zimmer flats. Dude, I bet Hans Zimmerman comes out here to make his music.
So that is the start of the Flint Switchbacks. We're going to be heading down. So we're heading down there. Maze. Awesome. Here we go. Gonna start the Flint Switchbacks. This is the crux of the route for the drive. Pretty steep, dropping down 4 low. This is a high clearance 4-wheel drive only beyond this point. Couple real tight hairpins. We're gonna go. So we're heading down and we realize there's someone on that switchback there. So
They're behind the wall.
yeah, they were hidden. We couldn't see them when we started our route down. So normally there's not enough room for 2 vehicles, but it looks like they might have made it work. Thank you guys.
You got room back there still?
I'll go up that and then you go down that. Tom fearlessly led us down the Flint Switchback. That thing is, it's pretty hairy.
Yeah, that was that's probably the sketchiest road that we've ever been on.
I saw their bodies tossed skyward.
That's the most driving I've ever done.
Yeah. We're pretty much at the bottom of the switchbacks now, and we got, not sure how many miles, but should be to the trailhead within, say, an hour, hour and a half. Hopefully less than that. But no more of the steep. We're out of 4 low. Don't need that anymore. Maze Overlook. Let's go.
This one to right here. No.
Okay, keep coming. Perfect. Straight. There's a drop here. Okay. A little bit this way. Keep coming. You're good. One more maneuver here. I think this is the last one. Yes, this is a road. Just driving down this, basically an old stream bed. I'm sure this would have water in it if it was flash flood conditions. So we're still plugging along. I think this is the Laterite Basin, and that might be a Laterite Butte. We have officially made it to Canyonlands National Park, the boundary. So we are getting close, like 3 miles. And this is always a worthy stop. This is the upper end of Horse Canyon. We're gonna be camping in a fork of this tonight, but this is amazing.
20-year-old sweat that I've just wiped off this wheel with my hands on this drive, white knuckling. Not that it's scary, it's just that it never stops.
We have made it to the Maze Overlook. A couple car camping spots up there. So this is the Maze. The Overlook. Gonna be dropping down to this canyon for a few days. And back up top by all those rocks.
Go find the Pilsner.
Have whatever you like.
That's kind of what I was leaning
Yeah,
towards.
definitely.
You earned it, buddy.
You can have an epic day if you want.
I will definitely have an epic day. I'm ready. So as you can see, we have made it. Took a little bit longer than we expected. Again, we got Dom's dad's Jeep. We don't want to compromise anything by going too quick. It's so remote out here. If we were to break something, the extra time taken to go slow is worth it. It would have been, I mean, a tow is like $2,000 out here, not to mention whatever parts, anything. Thanks to Dom for driving. He was white knuckling, and it was a lot more than we thought and what I remembered. So we appreciate him. Cheers, there he is. Picks his pills. I got an epic day. This has been an epic day so far on a different level or scale. Cheers. Have a sip at least.
Tip of the cap.
Yeah, tip of the cap. Yeah, about 2 o'clock. We're gonna hike in. The initial plan was get to the spring in this canyon, which is about 5.5 miles. But we can camp before that. There's plenty of water. So we'll see what everything looks like. The gear sorted and packed and get rolling. Jeez Louise. Oh, Jake, the sandwich.
That was really good.
Damn.
That's how you make a sandwich.
Mortadella, salami, prosciutto, Roma tomatoes, garlic aioli, fresh mozzarella, and like dressed arugula.
All right, we are ready to go. We only have a handful of miles to get to camp. Very excited. Maze Overlook. We made it.
We did it. We're
We
here.
made it. Let's go. All right, heading out. This is the official drop-in, a little down climb. Kind of continue heading down these little ledges, follow along this cliff band in the shade, and then wrap around and we'll get to some more views. That is Horse Canyon down there, and that is Island in the Sky District, Canyonlands. And the beautiful LaSalle mountains in the distance. Dom's got the shade covered.
That might be nice at like camp and stuff too, depending on
If it's still sunny.
what we got.
All right, so the very first part of this hike, you start up top and do a couple little drop downs. You kind of got to sit on your butt and lower yourself down. So you go through the initial solid rock layer up there, and then now we've been walking along this shelf right here through all this red rock for the last few minutes. This trail getting down to the bottom is only 0.8 of a mile, and we're gonna drop down into this lower kind of white limestone layer, and there's a technical point we have to drop packs down, and then we get down into the bottom. So we're heading down. These people are camped out there. We, our last trip, we camped there our final night. We're gonna have to hand them down.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Here, I'll hand
We didn't, but you always want to.
In my Boy Scout days,
Yeah.
I was more
We
concerned
could-
with the BB guns.
Yeah. We could probably do it without, but the system. I got it.
Yeah, no, that feels very stable. I feel
Yeah, we're
very
good.
confident with that. So bad. Got it. I'm a big honker, dude. Break your back.
Did you see the look in my eye?
I did.
I was panic.
Yeah, that's a great handhold right there. Yeah, dude. Nice. Get a grip on that guy. Oh, thing.
This little cord. Ooh. Milk was a bad choice. Oh. Smart water bottle. They're on that side. Alright. Minimal damage. So I was going to film that, but came down that. I think on the way up we're going to go through the crack on the right. But we've had to take packs off probably 4 times now, 5 times. I do know there's one last bit right here before we drop in. Little handholds down this rock.
Smart water bottles. They're good. You said last one, I promise. Or what do you? Yeah, this one might not even need me to sit here.
It's gonna be like 7 days off for me after this trip. I was due for a leg day and I was like, well, I'm not gonna be doing legs, as we'll be doing legs every day.
Don't think that your pack is lighter than mine.
Maybe not. That was before I added the 4 beers and the whiskey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, before that. There you go.
I'm drinking a whole lot of whiskey.
There you go.
So we're almost down. We came all the way around that corner, dropped down through all this. Dom with his umbrella. This guy. Be down in just a couple minutes. There's Jake cruising. We had to hand packs down again and again. There's those Moki steps. Just about to drop into the wash. Plenty of water. So we are officially down in the Maze Canyons, Horse Canyon, and one of the best springs is right here for the trip. So we know when we come back we can utilize that on the last day when we hike out. We're heading kind of southwest down Horse for a few miles. We'll find a place to camp.
Oh, that's hard. There's a lot of water.
the chocolate drops up there. Cool feature. The majority of this is kind of just wash walking. There are some trails that'll cut up on these little hills, but you either stay in the wash and kind of curve around with the curvature of the canyon and the river, or find these little trails that cut up and over.
Dude, that means we have to go back.
If we have to climb back out to fix this trucking pole, how do you feel about that?
It is what it is, dude. That's what, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices, yeah.
Captain Whitebeard.
Whitebeard for sure.
Yeah. My blue eyes and my white beard, it's my staples.
I guess you're Gandalf then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blue eyes and white beard.
I am like way like wiser and more powerful than both of you as well. So.
Oh. Man.
So that makes sense.
There's only one person that can carry the ring, dog.
And it's Frodo.
But I kind of feel like I'm more of a Bilbo.
Proud foot, proud feet.
Is cardio, you can't like take it easy, because if you're running, you're running.
So this place is awesome. There is a lot of water here all through the canyon so far. It's almost 5 o'clock. Probably gonna hike another hour, maybe hour 15, hour and a half, hopefully. Good speed. I mean, we're easily cruising 2.5 mile an hour, I guess. But happy there's water. Got some wildflowers popping up. Cottonwoods are blooming. There's lizards out. All right, we're gonna count it. We're gonna count it. Count it.
Freaking stud.
Count it. Ah.
Not quite. Oh. It is freaking stud.
You had got 3?
I don't know, 2.5. So I just stepped in that, and quicksand, yeah.
Artex, you're sinking. You have to try.
Nearly to the knee. Holy moly. So I washed my feet off, washed my boots, my socks. They actually are clean, but they're not dry. I'm gonna dry them off when we get to camp. Dom's taking a nap. That's looking north, the way we came up Horse Canyon. We're making our way down. Don't think I've seen those pink ones before. I feel like I've seen them, but they were more red. This place is so glorious. So excited to be back here. To be honest, after that first trip, kind of thought that might be the one and only time I do this. Our original plan for this trip was to do Dark Canyon Wilderness, Wooden Shoe, Dark Canyon Peavine Loop, but the ranger said the road was too snowy for us to get up there, so we pivoted, and I was actually the last person to get the permit for this maze itinerary. I lucked out. It was gone minutes after I put the permit in my basket. There's water all over this place. We're happy to see that. It's looking back north, the way we came. It's about 6:40. Got some nice shade from the walls. We're still heading down this way. So Dom couldn't hike any farther. He's exhausted. He collapsed. So we just rolled him over and put the pad under him, and he's just gonna stay there for the rest of the night. We'll eat his food. I'm gonna use his cool tent. Been wanting to use that thing. We're gonna camp here. Awesome sandy beach. Dom's chilling. I think I might cowboy camp too. Just put the pad down.
You think the people in that plane can see us?
Yeah. Wave, Jake. Have fun. All right. How do I look like a dork with this hat on? Stupid backwards hat. All right. It's looking back north, the way we came. It's just past 7 o'clock, and we have found a place to camp. Creek beds down here, just beautiful walls all the way around. And we're gonna do a kind of sandy camp right here. Awesome, there's some water down that way. Dom's gonna cowboy camp, just lays stuff down. I might do the same. We're gonna enjoy our night. I think it's time to crack a beer, eat some snacks, relax on this beautiful afternoon. I'd say we're probably about 5 miles in, maybe 4.5. And there's a big spring tomorrow to start our day. I'm gonna go through all of that tomorrow. We're gonna be actually getting back out of the canyon and up on top. I got some camp chores. Got to clean my shoes off, dry them. Those are always neat shots.
This is how men are made.
But we're gonna like it.
But you will like it.
Because we are Jedi.
Where are we at?
I did.
In the
I've
maze?
seen them.
Fork Horse Sorth?
Horse Canyon, I think like the South Fork. Dom, this is the South Fork of Horse Canyon that we are in.
You said Fork Horse South Canyon?
This is the South Fork of Horse Canyon.
Wait. I thought it was Fork Horse South Canyon.
Dork, pork, horse, fork. Dom, what are you drinking?
I am drinking beer.
Oh,
Yeah. Beers for any adventure.
what's the name of that beer? Who makes it? What is it?
You can't read, actually.
I was just wondering if Dom had maybe like a decent
It's
day.
a red one.
Okay, maybe he had a decent day or something. He had an all right time. Maybe that'd be the name of it. All right time beer.
I've got the Eddie Lime.
See, this is called acting.
I have got Eddie Lime Brew. I've got Eddie Lime Brewing's Epic Day Double IPA. Say that 5 times fast.
Dom,
No manners.
did you have an epic day eventually?
The day got there.
I mean, the road. I mean, I'm happy
Hey,
that it got here.
They all saw me.
We have to go back on that road. All right, here are the beers I have for this trip. Ecliptic Brewing, Hypernova, Triple IPA, Eddie Line Epic Day,
Yeah,
Ecliptic,
because he's
Starburst
always, like,
IPA,
He's up
and
as this like guy who's like for the
another
people and
Hypernova Triple
downtrodden.
IPA.
And then when that's where it was actually going to affect his money.
I got a new piece of gear, Hyperlight Mountain Gear. This is their pillow that you fill up, so check it out. I'm gonna be sleeping on nice cozy battery banks tonight. No, I'm just kidding, just wait. Mike's gonna cut this part. No, he's gonna cut this part. Okay, are you ready? Check it out. It was Dyneema, waterproof.
It's a pillow.
Now it's felt. Now you hold tight. You take your Senchi, nice Portland. This is small business, 4.3 ounces. You shove that in there. You take your rain jacket you brought for no reason, Outdoor Research Echo, weighs like 5 ounces. Shoving that in there. Please hold. Now that's a pillow. But wait, I'm bougie. And because I'm so ultralight, I can afford to have a second pillow for under the knees and between the legs. You gotta keep that posture good. How many backcountry double pillow setups you know? Shout out to Dan Becker, gave me that idea.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you to Megan for buying me.
One more.
Thank you to Megan for buying me this. I love you. I forgot to shout out to you. I didn't forget. Never mind. Cut. Thank you, baby, for buying me this. I love you. I didn't forget.
Came up to me and was like, "Who do you know at this party, bro?"
What you doing there, mate?
Cleaning the toes.
Gotta clean your toes.
Dab's Smash Burger.
Okay, so Jake's talking about this Dab Smash Burger. I'm really interested because All American Burger Works was the only burger option I thought of from.
This one has our special secret sauce.
Ooh,
that's cool.
Another classic, Texas State Fair chili.
Always a classic.
As well as a newcomer on the scene, Trailside beef and bean burrito.
Whoa, haven't seen that either. They're expanding, and now there's like 3 or 4 on Amazon, so they're up in their production.
Bears and cherries.
Yeah.
You like that?
What was that? Bears
Bears and cherries.
Bears and cherries, the hydrated
Delicious.
berries.
Exquisite.
All right, it is 8:10, getting dark. We're gonna make some dinner here, but
Burger with secret sauce.
I'd say you make
Smash burger,
the
dog.
burger, yeah. Dom's just eating copious amounts of cheese, and he says he's still gonna have dinner, so.
It's heavy. I gotta eat that weight, dog.
And then I'm gonna make the mac and cheese, I
It's
think,
also a
tonight
lot
too.
of
So.
protein. All the
It is
cheese
indeed,
and
yeah.
sausage.
But we got a great spot. We're gonna lay down and camp. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever? So are you gonna drop the bomb or not? All right, so it is 8:15. I have the Gatorade new flavor, Frost Infiltrator. Dom,
still
do you
not
want
gonna
some?
try it. Nope.
It's extra electrolytes, hydrating. So no, this is Bullet Rye. I didn't want to bring in a glass bottle. I had enjoyed some last night. I'm going to enjoy some now, and hopefully maybe these guys will have a sip.
The bottom of every bottle in a barrel. I'll bend down. Or I don't know. I don't remember how the lyrics go.
Okay, this
That's
is
it?
my favorite song, guys, of the 90s.
All right, guys, this is going to be the last video of the night. Jake is hunkered down. We're looking at some stars, enjoying the evening. We had dinner, and we will talk to you in the morning. Day 2 of the maze coming up. Have a good night.
Good night.
Jake, good night.
Jake's water bottle says smile, you're a piece of shit.
Good night. I think my eyes are really red. It's coarse. It gets in everything.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating. And it gets everywhere.
So like waking up here, just kind of laid out. Had a good sleep. It's about 7:20. Waiting for the sun to come up over these rocks here, but should be another toasty day. Gonna get some coffee going. And I already filtered some water. So it should be a beautiful day out here.
Or anything like that.
Sure.
I don't know who sings it originally.
I don't think so, dude.
Unless it's not a cover.
Stick constantly everywhere that we went. And then now I ride a motorcycle.
We got the coffee. Coffee engaged. 2-pack apples and cinnamon protein oats. Blow the whistle. We are doing good. It is 8:40. Just about packed up. We all slept well. I was a little chilly on the face. I didn't bring my beanie. Had a good morning. Today we're going to be hiking south down the South Fork of Horse Canyon, and then we will pop up onto the top of the plateau there, walking across the land of standing rocks. And then we're going to decide, actually pretty quick here, once we get up on standing rocks, we're either going to hook right and go down towards the dollhouse, Confluence Overlook, and end up in Water Canyon, or we could go straight through Shot Canyon Water, and then tomorrow would be a longer day. I think because of the temperature and the cloud cover too, today is the ideal day to do that. So we'll see what mileage ends up like. I'm thinking worst case scenario, maybe like 11, 12, but if we do the Confluence Overlook, that might be something different too. But yeah, we're pretty much gonna get to a spring here in a mile or two, and I think we're gonna carry water pretty much until we find camp tonight. So yeah, I don't know if you heard that, Dom. Probably best to get like carry 3 or 4 today. Kind of similar to what we did yesterday, because it will be dry. But we will find water tonight. Day 3 of the trip. Day 2 of backpacking. That's crazy already. Jake's got his battle paint on.
How white do I look here? I want to see myself in a little... Oh yeah, I didn't rub this stuff in at all, huh?
This is what we're looking like this morning. Got some clouds over here, but pretty sure it's gonna pass through. Not concerned about precipitation. I woke up in the night to clouds kind of like this, but no rain, luckily. Very quiet, except for when we're listening to Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide as I step in the room.
Can't disrespect Pitbull.
You can't.
He's Mr. Worldwide. All right, didn't really go over the map yesterday, so where we drove in is off map here, but we came in all along here, drove along here to Maze Overlook. That is where we started our hike. So we dropped down the 0.8 right down there. There was really good spring here, tons of water in this whole area. Actually, probably water until around here. It was kind of dryish for a little section through here. And then we ultimately camped. We are right here today. There's a spring down here. That's where I camped on my first trip. So it's going to be about 1.5 miles to this spring. And then from there, we are going to hike up and out of the canyon. This is climbing up, out onto the road with the wall, lizard rock, the plug, standing rock, all this stuff. This is all up high on a 4-wheel drive road, exposed, so no water. And then we come down to the dollhouse here. This is all 4-wheel drive camping. Really cool, kind of looks like the Needles. Cool features. We'll pass Beehive Arch. And then from here we can do this Confluence Overlook. And this Confluence Overlook is a 1.2 mile loop if we want. If not, we're gonna come down this way and then drop into Water Canyon right here. We don't have to go down the canyon, but we'll probably camp maybe right around here. So the decision for the day today was basically either to start here and go to water here, which would be shorter today, just this, or do this and end up there. All this walking is really easy because it's on a road, so it's quick. So yeah, I think we're gonna do this today, end up there, and then tomorrow it'll be short. We'll just come out Shot Canyon and then drop down either this one or this one. This one's up high. I think we do this because harvesting. So we'll start here, only up high. This is all water too tomorrow, which is dope. We'll have water. All Shot Canyon should have water. Pop back up high. Right when we pop up high, we drop back down into the initial harvestings here, which is the best Pictograph panel. And then we can camp wherever we want for the last night. Just hook around here, and then all that area has the water and where we dropped in. So that is the plan. Time to hoist.
I don't like how this guy's boxing us around.
You better hoist right now.
Mama Johan.
Mama Johan. 9:05, heading out. South Fork of Horse Canyon. Sun just crested past the ridge. And we are cruising. Could have a 14-mile day. We're gonna see. Day 2 of backpacking, day 3 of the trip. See what we get and do today. Some shenanigans. Just making our way down, that's the way we came. This is treacherous with my quicksand mishap yesterday, so trying to make sure that you step down and sometimes the whole ground is like shakes like gelatin. I feel like you can just drop right in. So this is interesting. I'm guessing the wind would blow this, would spin this around and make it leave marks. Never seen that before. Day 2, heading to the land of standing rocks.
It's quicksand everywhere, it looks like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm already stoked.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You got it?
So that's where all that quicksand was. I decided to come up on this bench. I'm just gonna drop down. Just popped up right here because all of that is quicksand. So I want to keep the feet dry. I stepped in that sand yesterday and I got pebbles in my boots. It was rough. We are now approaching the area where I camped on my first trip. There's going to be a spring and a pour off coming up here, and should get some water. Yeah, get set up with water before we hike out on top. It's a beautiful morning though. Just a couple high clouds. Temperatures are going to be like the mid 70s, I think. All right, so we have made it to the pour off and the spring area, huge pool, and we're gonna actually get water just down there. It's running a little as opposed to kind of like grayish chocolate milk water. And then we are gonna skirt up above these rocks and continue on. On my last trip, we actually camped right on top of here. We'll go walk by that, but let's get some water. Dom, what you doing over there?
I was cleaning my shoes like you were yesterday.
What happened? Why'd you guys have to clean your shoes?
Because you saw it on camera. You saw exactly why. You know why.
My shit really does.
Jake, what happened?
I got a little quicksand action. Whatever, dude.
I got clean feet.
Clean feet. So again, the pour off is right there. Big pool. It's a little murky, so the creek kind of runs down and the water is definitely much clearer down here. So we filtered water. They cleaned off a little bit. This will be our last water for the day until we get to camp in Water Canyon. We are thinking it's probably gonna be about a 12-mile day, so we're gonna carry about 4 liters, a gallon each, which should be perfect. Gonna be exposed up there, but cruisy miles. And I'm excited to get up top and check out the rocks up there. The racks. Did you get a bug?
Maybe. I don't see one though.
They're good for you. Protein. Gains.
Protein.
Alright, so there's the big pour off. Heading up this way. A couple miles till we get out of the canyon. So there's the pool. Got our water down there. And this is where we camped on our first night of my first trip here. I was right here. Guys were under the shade of that tree. Familiar with the route. I love this open canyon though. Cool place to camp if you don't mind the slick rock. Found this cool overhang. A lot of footprints, so people have camped. Dude, this is kind of the first overhang of this type we've seen. Kind of reminds you of Coyote Gulch or other places, but really cool place to camp. Soft sand. Almost to the point where we start climbing up out of the canyon. I think just around this next corner. It's refreshing. Woo.
You could so swim in that, bro.
You could literally lay down enough, yeah. Woo! I got that. So we didn't almost miss it, but we were keeping an eye on GPS and maps. We don't want to keep going up here. This is actually where you walk out. There's a cairn on this rock. We came from this direction. And I think we're just gonna, well, from my memory doing this, we're gonna come down here and then get up on the shelf, wrap around the corner there, and then you keep going up. So climbing up. Steep climb. We're gonna hook right here. Whew. Just came down there. And up this thing. That is steep, very steep. Whew. A couple hundred feet real quick. But now we're on this cool ledge.
Right now, because I think this shot makes me look like I'm like weak or something.
I think that shot made you look fat. I'm sorry, man.
Got a little baby arch. In millions of years, maybe it'll be a proud, strong arch. So we're going to continue up, just progressing up here, pop up on top, and get up into some sandy walking. Don't miss the cairn here. Obviously, we have to get up top, and this canyon kind of dead end, so got a cairn here. Gonna go there and then pretty sure back and around that corner and then up.
I got a knife, mate. What do you got?
I also have a knife.
That's a knife.
Tie rails are all about money, and you're very much not about
No, that's why I would defect and I would get sent to the wall for treason.
And you become a wildling?
Yeah. I felt this I could also see myself being like in the north.
So this part's a little confusing. We're down here and you have to drop down and then you come below us on the shelf all the way around the corner, pop up again, come back here. So the Nat Geo map shows a straight line. It's definitely not a straight line, but we're getting there. This is a lizard rock So we just have to get to the height of that rock, not the top, but we're gonna just slowly make our way up the remainder of the canyon and up onto the ridge. And then we'll be on a 4-wheel drive road for about 7 miles. It'll be pretty cool though. Pretty easy walking from what I remember. Sandy, but not bad walking. So we're almost up.
We did it.
It's looking into South Fork of Horse Canyon. Getting up.
That's Hork Forest Source Canyon. We talked about this.
This is what it looks like after you climb up, like this. This is what you look like after you climb up.
Kind of happy, but also kind of tired a little bit.
Do you want to go back and try it again?
I'll pass maybe next time.
So we're going to be walking along this road for probably about 6 or 7 miles, I think. It is fast walking and it's very nice. Fully exposed, but it's not too hot. Mid 70s. There's a breeze up here. It's just gorgeous. We are on a 4x4 road, so there's always that thought in your head. It would be awesome if, you know, some trucks came down with supplies and they had some ice cold beers or something. That's the plug. Chimney Rock. La 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 la, and everybody sing it. Coming up on Chimney Rock. I think there's a truck parked here. We were talking about how much would a hot dog or a hamburger cost you out here.
I would like to buy a hamburger!
Dom said 20 for a fully loaded hot dog. 5 or 10 seems reasonable, but these people probably have nothing for us, nor do we expect them to, but if they had cold beer or like a soda, that would be so refreshing. Some standing rock.
I'm saying even just aesthetically.
I think I've been calling it Chimney Rock. Not too hot, getting a little sweat, nice breeze. Got the Duke's Hatch Green Chili Shorties. You guys want a shorty sausage? We got cinnamon rolls. We were just talking about how delicious ice cream would be if that truck straight ahead had ice cream in their truck. But Jake has an extra liquid IV rainbow sherbet, and I'm very excited. Little break in the shade. It's probably pretty windy. Sandy now. But that is the dollhouse. We're going to be walking down there and then hooking around them left and back up kind of that way beyond everything into Water Canyon. We all have probably about, I think about 2 liters each left, probably 6 miles. So we'll make it last, and Water Canyon, as promised, has water. But we are out here. I mean, right now when we get to the bottom of this dollhouse and turn left, we're the furthest from the trailhead. There's the dollhouse, and there's the needles across the way. Way back in there, I think some Chesler Park. Just cruising along out here. Haven't seen any people in a couple hours, and a lady on a bike just rides right next to us. It's like, what? Hey. Just looking down the other side from the dollhouse. We're gonna keep heading straight. Rolling on. So this is Beehive Arch. Pretty big arch. We like Beehive Arch.
It's very cool. I think it was cooler from the bottom.
So Beehive Arch Dollhouse is back down that way. We're dropping into this canyon, and then we will be getting to the Confluence Overlook Trail loop. We're going to skip that probably, and then we'll hook left and head towards Water Canyon. I didn't expect water to be in here though. So we went down there, grabbed a little water, cooled off the head.
What a ditch. Who came up with this route?
What a jerk.
Oh, right up the side.
Making us work for it. Whew. What do you think about that little climb?
I thought it was weird to take us like up over a ridge to drop us down into a wash, just to go right back up the side of the canyon, just to go right back down this side of the canyon. But trust the process, you know?
Yeah. Up and down, up and down. Just came up through this crack, climbed up like a 20-foot wall. Whew, exhausting, but it's beautiful out here. That's some 127 hours down there.
Good morning, everyone!
This plant is suspiciously oily.
Okay.
Suspicious.
The one on the right?
Yeah.
That's the way we came. That is the way we're going, towards Water Canyon. I'm gonna say 2.5 miles, probably means 3.5. This place is unbelievable. It has been a long day. Dom says we're at 18 miles. I was thinking 16 maybe, but whew, it's been so many ups and downs. Walking through this kind of cactus, high stuff, and then the last thing for the day is slowly descending down into Water Canyon, where we're gonna camp for the night. Plugging along. Tired and the feet are hurting, but it's still always worth it coming out here. This is awesome. Dropping down here. I remember coming up this on my last trip years ago.
Okay, hey, what's up, guys? So this is Dom Route here with the morning weather. I'm just kidding. Mike wanted to see him do something cool. He just tore his butt. Tore his butt. Butt.
So we just need to continue straight down this drainage, and then right at that wall, we're gonna go left. So that's Water Canyon. We are about to finally drop into Water Canyon. If I remember correctly, there's a big pour-off pool and plenty of water up canyon. We're headed this way. We're gonna go left up Water Canyon. Tomorrow, continue right. Let's take a look at this pour-off, yeah? Here's the giant pour-off in Water Canyon. All right, so this place is awesome. Look at this. There is water. Dom spotted a trail from high above, and we're gonna go see where that takes us. There's some cottonwoods up here and possibly some nice camp spots. So we've been looking for, that's a great pool too. We've been looking for a camp spot. We dropped down into this big pool drainage place with water, but on the way in I saw there's a dope spot right on this ledge up here. So we're gonna go, I promise you, dude, we're gonna go get it. Someone's trekking pole.
I didn't want to take it.
So we're gonna go up there across this river, and I saw a flat spot with stones. We found it. We found it. Wandered around. We were gonna settle for some crappy stuff on the trail, but look, right here, glorious. Oh my gosh. Bro, come on. Come on. What? That is good. We found it. I saw this thing from across the way and didn't know if we were gonna try to take it, but that's pretty cool looking. That looks kind of pretty.
Guys, I think this is all right.
Dude, wait till that sun breaks through again though.
I think this is okay.
Yeah, it's a decent
I think
one.
we can make this work.
We have to. All right, so can safely say, friends and family, we found home.
Yeah.
Right on this edge, water below. Oh, we got 3 branches of a canyon coming in. Gonna call it a day. Woo!
Fuck, man.
Give me the 5. But you know what? I'm gonna put in the effort today, guys.
Over there. Freaking, this is ridiculous.
Nope.
Knuckle on the other side of my foot. I got it to leave, but it.
Dom's trying to sing his best. Oh, man. So, we've made it to camp. A beautiful overlook. Plenty of room for 3 tents. I mean, to be honest, over my shoulder, there's more flat spots you could fit a bunch of tents. Long day. Long day. I guess nearly 20 miles and 3,000 feet of elevation gain up and down. My feet are really hurting. I haven't taken the boots off yet to check out blisters because we got to go back down to get water. Jake thought his feet were going to be pretty badly blistered as well, and they weren't. Just really well worn. And then Dom does the most cardio of all of us. He's used to running, and especially the type of shoes he uses. I normally, when I work out, do cardio, everything else at home, I use trail runners, some Solomons. And that's basically what I wear. So I haven't worn these boots since Grand Gulch last October, which means that I'm hiking a 20-mile day in a shoe that my foot hasn't been used to for like 6 months. So it's hurting, but we'll be fine. So we're down here at the mouth of Water Canyon. Couldn't find a spot, and then got the spot, and I think everybody else is jealous. They're jealous because of our spot. All right, today definitely calls for this. Eddie Line Epic Day. If any day needs it, it's this one. I'm gonna share these beers if they want some. It is 7:22. We're gonna head down, filter some water. One of the biggest backpacking days in a long time. I've done this route before, but last time actually we camped here, and we're going the opposite direction. So we camped here, and then we actually camped at Beehive Arch, which we passed today, like more than 3/4 of the route through, halfway through. So this day was enormous. The fact that we started in South Fork of Horse Canyon and did all of this. Well, we headed down, got some water, washed it up a little bit. It is 8 o'clock. Gonna filter water, make our dinner here in a little bit, and enjoy the night. Big day, one of the biggest days in many years from my memory. Probably one of the biggest days since the Dark Canyon trip I did back in 2018 with Joey. We got a great spot. Weather looks good. Fun night, hopefully we'll have some laughs.
A couple chuckles.
You just do funny things. You're not a funny guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you're neither.
Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up.
Very interesting style.
I have to say, this Peak to Refuel beef stroganoff is the best dehydrated, maybe the best dehydrated meal I've ever had in my life, but definitely the best stroganoff. It has like cubed steak, legit like steak. Oh my God, he's right by my foot. And there's a mouse here too. So we got mushrooms and steak and a mouse. I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna get him. Gummy bears?
Albanese.
What does that mean?
That means that my homies mess with them.
Yeah, that's
My
dope.
homies only eat gummy bears that got A on their belly.
These are really good gummy bears, I'm not gonna lie. He gave me some gummies, and then I got the
Pull your
Nerds.
hands out.
The Nerds gummy clusters inside too. These little guys. If you've never had a Nerds gummy cluster, that thing. Nerds gummy clusters are probably the best single candy in the world, in my opinion, right now. Nice. Jake, sorry. Here.
Soft, and all the flavors are good.
That mouse is still around.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
Those might be those might be the best gummy.
Find some water. Today we're going with the Peak to Refuel breakfast skillet. Egg, sausage, potatoes, and peppers. Got my coffee ready. Let's do it. So we eating breakfast, coffee, setting things up, breaking things down. It's actually only 8 o'clock, but here at Water Canyon, here's our camp in shambles. Dom's cruising over there. We got these guys across the way. They actually pack raft in, and you can see them right there. They have their paddles sticking on top of their packs. But they pack raft, how many miles, Dom?
19.
19 miles they pack raft in to Spanish Bottom that we passed yesterday by the dollhouse, and then they put their packs in their backpacks and hiked in here. It's pretty sweet. Water Canyon did not disappoint. Tons of water. I mean, the big pool down there is probably like 10 feet deep. So today we're going to be heading up that little crack in there and heading that way onto Shot Canyon, and then from Shot Canyon We will continue up, popping back up on top of the plateau there with the standing rocks, and go over to Chimney Rock. From Chimney Rock, we're going to drop down back into the main Maze Canyon system. We're hoping there's a spring when we drop back into the canyon there. We're going to walk north and past the harvest scene, which is a really cool pictograph panel, and then ultimately kind of loop back around to the bottom of the Maze Overlook and find camp somewhere near that climb out for tomorrow morning, so we can get out pretty early and get on that long drive. Should be a good day. My feet were really hurting yesterday. They're still a little sore on some spots. This is what camp looks like. Got Jake here. Gonna go get some water, fill up and everything. And alrighty, map check-in. We're getting ready to go here. Yesterday, let me show you our giant day. We started right about here. Finish up going down South Fork of South Fork of Horse Canyon. Went down. Yesterday was supposed to be like a 15-mile day, 14-mile day, but it ended up being like 20. So we went out of South Fork of Horse, popped up here. There's a long descent up here. I do want to note, this trail shows a straight line. That is not even close to what you do. Dom has, what is that, All Trails, Dom? Yeah. So Dom's All Trails map actually does follow it properly. This is like the general direction, but you actually like zigzag and come back a couple times around these cliff bands, and this just is not an accurate description of what it is, and it is also pretty tough. I mean, you're climbing up. It's a good climb out. Once you're up top, you're on the 4x4 road, easy walking. This was great. We were really jamming, probably 3 miles an hour past all these features, standing rocks. Got to Chimney Rock, and then from there we continued down to Dollhouse on the road. It got a little sandy on the road, tough walking. Right about here, Dollhouse campsites are here. We continued on this trail up here, past Beehive Arch. Right past Beehive Arch, between here and here, is like really technical. We were going up and down, not dropping packs actually, but probably 5, 6, 7 climb ups, and you're along all these kind of just rock shelves. It kind of looks like a moon landscape, gray rock, really cool. And you're looking down in this canyon that feeds into the river and everything. Beautiful, like right here specifically. And then you kind of get up into some meadows. It really opens up here. It's beautiful. We skipped the Confluence Trail just because we were short on time already and it was a big day. Again, this is all flat, easy walking. And as you go north here, you hit this little feature. It is a big drop down. You got to down climb again through a dry fall, and then kind of weave your way down to Water Canyon, which is right here. So that's where we are. You can walk up Water Canyon and find camp. There were a couple people camping right there, but we're right on this pour off on a ledge. Beautiful views. All right, for today, we're in Water Canyon. Our goal is to get as close to the Maze Overlook as possible. So right now we're gonna cut up steeply into Shot Canyon. Shot Canyon's a cool canyon reminiscent of kind of some of the other things we've seen. There should be water in here. Water will kind of end probably around here, and we'll pop back up to Chimney Rock just to drop into the canyons again. There is a spring over here if we were to go this way, but I feel confident that if we get down into here, there'll be some water. And then we'll pass the harvesting and then ultimately camp probably around here near the Maze Overlook. If there's not water in this, we know for a fact there's water around this bend and in here. So not too long of a day. The mileage is not right, but I'm gonna say maybe a 9-mile day, 8.5 to maybe 11, 12. So we'll see how that pans out though.
Maybe 19.
All right, heading out. Water Canyon, dope spot.
What's going on?
So this is gonna be one last look here. Looking up Water Canyon. Again, a really cool spot is right in that overhang there. And that's looking up canyon, but we're passing by. And we're gonna be on our way to Shot Canyon. Tons of water here. There were frogs last night. Had a little mouse in our camp, really bugging us for a little bit, and then he kind of disappeared. When you got food and everything, these little rodents are gonna smell it and come looking for it, of course.
For this, you can kind of just walk up the side of it.
Hell yeah. Adventure.
Extra credit.
We look like we do adventures.
Extra credit.
Extra credit.
We ain't no daring ass bitches. Look at this guy, dude. He's man. Keep going, keep going. I gotta go. He's going. He's gonna go.
Now that's a commitment to a walk by. That's looking back the way we came up through that notch down there and up here, and now we're on this saddle going over to Shot Canyon.
Shot, baby.
Shot, shots. Everybody!
It looked like they kept the end game and then like maybe added new content, but that didn't nullify the old content.
We're moving through Shot Canyon. Just looking back. This is the way we're going. We're gonna have a cool little climb out, I remember, up some man-made staircases of rock. Did you all know that sand is coarse? So we've just been walking through this wash. It's real sandy.
It's coarse.
Slow moving. As Anakin Skywalker would say.
I don't like sand.
He enjoys sand, or something like that. Pretty cool as you head down this canyon because the walls get so big, it's hard to imagine there's a route out, but there definitely is. We're getting up and on top of this, and then we'll be back by Chimney Rock, and then we're gonna drop into Pictograph Fork, which is the canyon, back into the main system of the maze. So here we are, the end of Shot Canyon. Dom's already heading up there. You can see him going up that fall, I think onto this shelf, the gray shelf, and then we go over, and then if you can see, there are little stacks of rocks kind of making stairs right there. So we've been climbing steep, like 14er steep. Got Dom up there.
I like the commitment to the grind, you understand?
Always.
The commitment is impeccable by this lad. You're gonna.
A bunch of dirty desert dudes.
My grandma hated Patrick. So much. She hated SpongeBob.
It's a big one. Yeah.
Do that guy.
Just popped up out of Shot Canyon. It's looking down Shot, and then Water Canyon's this way. We're rolling. Last push. Heading up. looks like the cliff just get you down into this canyon. Whew. Heading down. Going down there. This is a really steep drop in. Take care on every step. Very steep drop in. Going down. We're going down, down. And then we're gonna go see. Jake, you're on television. We did. We did a beautiful Indian paintbrush. Might be the biggest little bunch I've seen so far. Look at these, they're all purdy.
Brother, ooh!
We are making our way down towards the harvest scene. So beautiful out here. So this is the harvest scene. That's the big panel over there. There's one right here. And over here, I'm gonna go check them out a little closer. So this is the far left panel. The lighting is not ideal. You want to catch it in the morning or the afternoon. Looks like a cow or a horse. Tall dude with a crazy headdress, like very insect-like. It's cool they have white stripes on them.
I didn't even see those little guys there.
Where'd he go? He disappeared. There he goes. That's where we came from. We are heading left, and that's where we're going to climb out tomorrow. Heading this way, we're going to find camp. Yeah. All right, so we have successfully completed the loop, or in our case, the figure 8. That's where we came down day 1. Now we're looking for camp. I want to see if there's this spot in this rock. I think it's open, guys. I think it's available. So there's a spot, and we called it the Snake's Mouth. We'll see if it's open. It looked like it was. .338.
Oh yeah, boys.
All right, so we have made it to our camp spot for night number 3 in the maze here. We are just down from the Maze Overlook that we'll be hiking up tomorrow morning. So we're in this really cool place. We camped here on our last night of our trip last time. We called it the Snake's Mouth, but it's an overhang. It's got a cool spot for a couple pads, tents, and it's great. It's a windy afternoon, but we got here early. We got here at like 4 o'clock, 3:45. There's water down below, and this is looking, the Maze Overlook trail's just up this rock and up here. 5 minutes we start hiking, and Should be pretty sweet. Nice chill afternoon. So snacking, hanging out, and keep you posted. Got plenty of time this afternoon, which is nice. Great trip. We completed the figure 8 we had intended. A few more miles than expected. I think it was probably like 20 to 30% more miles than I anticipated. The Nat Geo maps, the routes aren't accurate.
Thanks a lot, Nat Geo, dude.
Yeah, it was not accurate.
This is not a Nat Geo advertisement, okay?
Yeah, like one segment, they're pretty good.
They're pretty helpful, yeah.
Shot Canyon was good, but like one of them seriously said 3.1, and then the sign, the wooden sign on it said 4.2 or something. It was a mile off, and Dom's got GPS tracking, and it was a mile off. So it has been quite some time with the filming. It's getting a little cloudy. Not to be worried. We have this overhang, and we can throw up tents. Just hanging out here. We're gonna hang out tomorrow. Relaxing. It is 8:30. We are under the overhang here camping. We got clouds coming in, a couple little stormy looking clouds. Not that bad. We're all cowboy camping under the overhang, and this is night 3 of the trip. Big day today, but we got to camp at like 3:30. Hung out. It was nice to just chill. It's just about bedtime now, so we'll see you in the morning. Good night, Tom.
No, I ain't.
Good night, Dad. Have a good night. This is
Jake.
morning of day 4 of backpacking, day 5 of the trip. We are in the Snake's Mouth campsite. We all cowboy camped. In the middle of the night, it got a little rainy, kind of some spitting rain, but we were under this little cover, and it never was enough to do anything. It rained a little bit, and then got really windy, probably around like 5:30-ish, 5-ish. And then Dom got up at about 6 and getting an early start. Sun hasn't come over the ridge yet, but we got to make the hike out and then the long drive home. Finish packing up here, hit the trail.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Maze, brother.
I'm pretty much packed up here. I'm just trying to finish this coffee.
I don't think that's a mountain though, so we can't crush that.
That's a damn hill.
Are you gonna run up that hill?
We're running up the hill.
How'd you sleep? Were you a little chilly at the post end of the night?
It was just at 5 a.m.
The wind.
We had gusts of wind flying right into my quilt at the exact angle I was laying.
Dude. Jake, how did you sleep?
I slept pretty good. There was a couple times in the night, yeah, where, especially because my head was like right here, I feel like the wind kind of like hits this and like wraps around. It was hitting me like right in the face, and I'd wake up. But for the most part, I slept very well.
How'd you sleep, Mike?
I don't know how I slept.
Don't look at me.
I don't know how I slept.
How did you sleep?
Either really good or really not good.
Really? Can you explain that?
I mean, just by looking at my eyes and my flesh,
Yeah.
I can really tell.
Yeah, if you see...
I got enough sleep. Do I look refreshed?
Please let us know in the comments below.
All right, rolling out. Day 4 in the maze. Last day.
Oh, sorry.
And a long drive home. Saying goodbye to our camp spot. We're heading out. Chocolate drops up there. Heading out to the Maze Overlook. Making our way up and out. Chocolate drops. Just looking down where we camped. And this is the way out. Just gotta go up these steps. Beautiful morning. One might be a little tricky. I think we went up the crack on the right on the way out last time, but on the way down here we did not. Kind of went right down this face. But we got to get up that.
pack feels so much better without all the infiltrators.
Right? Left 7 pounds of alcohol. I love taking photos of Jake working hard.
Of what?
Jake working hard.
That's fun. Because there's like nice little steps.
Mama Joe.
Mama Joe. Mama Joe Lee. Jolene. That's your alter ego.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, because there's good handholds here. Really good handholds here.
Yeah, it's great, honestly. I like that climb. This is why I brought the Mega Grip Topos. Plenty of hand.
Just climbed up that. Let me go along the shelf here. Pretty tight shelf though, you don't want to fall.
That wasn't bad. This one, there's a little handhold right here that you can stick your finger in and just kind of push and pull. Keeps you real close to the mountain.
Gosh, I almost lost my balance going up that one, guys. I dropped packs.
I think there might be one more kind of crux move, but that last one was definitely the steepest.
Like,
It is most natural environment, pushing it to its absolute limits.
That's where we came up. We made it up on top now of this kind of red rock layer, and now we just walk along here and wrap around that corner there. We'll be just about back to the car. We made it. 4 days in the maze. We're back to the Jeep. That's it.
Yeah.
Are you battening the hatches down?
I'm, the hatches are, yes. Yeah. The hatches are bad.
On the drive in, we didn't air down, and pressure wasn't too high on them, but it was definitely bumpier. So we aired down each tire, and we're gonna kind of see how it goes. But it is 8:52 in the morning. We're back to the trailhead. It doesn't look like anybody's here at the Maze campground spots. But this is gonna finish up the backpacking hiking part of the trip here. It was a great trip, great company. We had a blast. We did a 3-night trip and we covered the mileage that I did previously in a 4-night trip. So again, we hustled. Our second day was nearly 20 miles. Yesterday was like 14, and we were lucky to camp right near the exit today. Woke up at about 6 o'clock and got out here, and now we have probably about a 5-hour drive back to Hanksville. I'll be filming on the way out, but great trip, great way to start 2025. The Maze District, Canyonlands, with Jake and Dom. Thanks for coming along, friends and family. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and allows for me to create new videos. We'll be on our way here in just a minute. Cheers. How's the ride going so far, Jake?
Bumpy.
Yeah. A little less bumpy?
A little less bumpy, yeah.
Fearless, fearless navigator.
Amount of bumpy because, yeah.
If you look closely in his eyes, you will see the lack of fear within.
You will see Mordor.
out of the maze. We be jamming. Are you jamming, man?
Jamming.
Starting up the Flint Switchbacks. There's a point where once you start up, there's not many turn-offs, so we do just got to make up these 4 or 5 hairpins, and we'll be back up to the top. We're on the final switchback of the Flint Trail, and you got to make sure there's nobody coming down. So we're honking to 1-lane road here. We're looking good. How do you feel successfully navigating the switchbacks of the Flint Trail?
We done it. We done it.
We made
It was good.
We went back up.
I got some sweaty hands.
Yeah.
The only 2 ways you can go about it, unless you're doing it wrong. Trust me, you don't want to be doing it wrong.
What do you mean, man? We out here working hard. It's on in there. It's on. Yeah, it's on already.
Got some rain coming in. We're just about back to the highway, so that's all good. Tumbleweed, wind, rain. Then we're gonna go back to Hanksville and go to Stan's and get a burger.
This is a tasty burger.